So whether they got permission from Universal to say that, I don't know. Why, hello there YouTube and welcome back to the 80s week. So we're on our second day now, and for that one I'm reviewing The Monster Squad. Yeah, The Monster Squad, written by Shane Black, that's Shane Black, and Fred Dekker, directed by Fred Dekker, starring Andrew Gower, Robbie Keeger, Duncan Redger, Stephen Match, Stan Shaw, and Tom Noonan. So this is a supernatural 80s horror comedy where a group of kids that love their horror movies, particularly the classic Universal monster movies, all form this group called the Monster Squad, where they talk monster movies and stuff, and they love monster movies. And then little do they know that Dracula, who has been dormant for some time, awakens and wreaks havoc on their small town and summons some other monsters to assist him, them being the Gillman, the Wolfman, Frankenstein's creature, and the mummy. But then, of course, Frankenstein's creature, not really being that evil, actually befriends a small girl of the group, and he's actually just a big softie. Also, there is a creepy German guy who can read German, and he turns out to actually be a nice guy. He's not evil or creepy at all. He's a friendly German guy who tells them that this is the diary of Abraham Van Helsing, who a century or so before tried to banish Dracula, but the only way he can be banished to another realm is by the enchantment done by a pure virgin girl. And of course, they have to do this before Dracula uses this amulet to unleash hell. And of course, you know, we get some fun 80s cliches, some fun stuff there, a groovy soundtrack, and of course, the kids band together to banish Dracula, and he soon gets his comeuppance when the ghost of Van Helsing drags him to the other dimension. So that's the plot there. What did I like about this film? Well, I like that this was a film where we got all the Universal monsters together. Of course, this wasn't Universal. I believe it was distributed by, TriStar Pictures, so it wasn't Universal. But by then, Dracula and Frankenstein had entered the public domain, so there was no copyrights. I believe at one point they mentioned in the movie, when the Wolfman gets kicked in the balls, they go, "Wolfman's got nards," which is a famous quote from the movie. Wolfman's got nards, and is a YouTube channel as well, or a YouTuber. You know, Wolfman's got nards. Sorry, my camera was slipping a bit there. But they do say Wolfman, so whether they got permission from Universal to say that, I don't know. Or whether it's just the look of that look, the Lon Chaney Jr. look of the Wolfman that is owned by Universal, because I know the green flat top bolts in the neck, that look of the creature is owned by Universal, so they had to make him look a bit different. But yeah, Dracula, the classic aristocratic look, and the actor playing Dracula, I believe his name was that's it, Duncan Redger. I can't pronounce the guy's name, but he actually played Dracula quite good. A menacing antagonist for the film, and was sinister and straight, but also had his goons do his dirty work, them being the Mummy, the Gillman, and the Wolfman. They didn't call the Gillman in it, because again, copyrights, I imagine, because Universal owned the rights to the Gillman and wasn't public domain or anything like that. Same with the Mummy. They couldn't call the Mummy Imhotep or anything like that, because again, Universal rights. But this is kind of like the Universal Monsters crossover of the 80s that Universal never did, but, you know, TriStar did. And I like the makeup prosthetics for the Wolfman and the Mummy and Frankenstein's creature and Dracula and the Gillman. The monsters look cool. And this is PG-13 or 12A here. So it's more or less family friendly, you know. Younger audiences can engage and watch it too. Kind of a thing with 80s stuff, you know, like a group of kids banding together, going on this adventure, you know, like the Goonies or Stand By Me or, you know, Breakfast Club or what have you. But this with Universal Monsters, or, you know, unofficially saying, because, you know, copyrights. But, yeah, I feel, again, this is a forgotten hit, a forgotten gem from the 80s that deserves more love and appreciation. So, I enjoy it. I mean, yeah, there's a few slow starts here and there. There's the adult drama as well, and some parts that are a bit slow burning. But other than that, I think it's a decent one. I enjoy it anyway. So, I think I've said all I needed to say about the Monster Squad. Like I say, I can't recommend this one enough. So, the Monster Squad. What am I going to rate this one? I'll give it 4 video nasties out of 5. So 4 video nasties out of 5 for today. So if you've seen this, let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. And all my social media links are down below, and you can watch all of Back to the 80s week so far on this channel. Excuse me. So yeah, let's wrap this up now. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. So until next time, don't have nightmares.